life cycle methods here. What do you mean by life cycle methods? I'll tell you the simple way. Servlet life cycle methods. What it mean by servlet life cycle methods? Servlet cycle methods. Servlet life cycle method. What it mean by servlet life cycle methods, please? So we're having three methods here. Just now we discuss init, service, destroy like this, right? So servlet life cycle methods are init method, madam. One is public void init method. Oh, init method is one life cycle method. Okay. So when it executes, sir? Object of initialization time, initialization purpose. In this method execute only once. This method execute only once. Only once. This method execute only once. Only once to execute only once entire application. No doubt about it. Execute only once for entire this application. Only once. Init method execute only once entire application. Init execute only one time. So what logic we can write? We can write installation logic. We can write installation logic. Installation logic. Is it clear? Next. మీరు రా చూపిస్తాను ఇప్పుడు అన్ని స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ ఎలా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చూపిస్తా ఫస్ట్ పబ్లిక్ వైడ్ సర్వీస్ మెథడ్ servlet response. This method executes when a client gives a request. This method execute. This method service method execute. This method execute when a client gives a request. When client gives a request. Try to understand. So this method, which method? Service method executing when a client gives a request. Service method executing when client gives a request. Service method execute service method execute when what will happen? Service method execute when client gives a request. Client gives a request. That's it. Service method. This method execute when client gives a request. Client gives a request. Try to understand, everyone. Right. Execute when client gives a request. When client gives a request, this method execute when client gives a request. For example, 20 times if you're giving a request, 20 times service method execute and client gives a request. This method execute when client gives a request. Then what logic can try to perform? You inside the service method, you can write request response processing logic. Request and response processing logic. Request response processing logic. That's it. I'll show you the practically. Next destroy method. Destroy method executes once a server stop destroying all the objects created by the container. Stop the destroy method execute once. Destroy method executes once once server execute. This method executes only once. This method executes once a server stop. Once a server stop or reload the application. Yes. Then what will happen? The application destroying all the objects created by the container. Destroying all the objects created by the container. Nothing but your server. Are you clear, everyone? These are three servlet lifecycle methods, madam. Nothing is there. Shiva, can you show one application so that I can understand? Why not? Let me more explanation we'll do so now. Let me go for next example. So let me try to create, sir. I'm stopping here. I click on this, a new Maven. Maven project. Is that Maven project? Next, the web. Right. So com.cg ID, artifact ID. Then what I can do is, sir, artifact ID, it means that. Yes, tell me, sir.
Servlet example.
Yes. So then I can say first servlet application. So I'm not writing any great things. That's what I'm writing like this. For first servlet app. Right. First, once we understand, then we'll start writing beautiful application tomorrow onwards. Right. Complete change practice, please. Everyone requesting personally. So that I'm easy. Right, done. So observe that the first web application. Super. Now expanding, you know very well how to create a one folder to write a solid application, sir. Where I can try to write it. Just once you create here, then it goes to above section, new folder, then Java. Right. Good. Next, let's try to add. Let me try to add. Right click on this. Properties. Next, target runtime. See, once we understand, nothing is there, sir. Done. So now I can write solid application here, Java level. Right click on this, a new the class. Here you can write a package com.suchi id dot servlet, right? So control. I'll write the name is called controller. Okay. Here you can try to write a name, servlet name. So just by writing welcome servlet. Other we can try to use lifecycle servlet. So understanding lifecycle servlet. Then main method is not required, sir. Then see now you want to implement servlet interface, or what you want to do is. So I want to implement a servlet interface. Yes, you can go for servlet interface. No, sir, generic servlet. You can go for generic servlet. Your wish. Let me try to show you first generic servlet. Later you can try to see HTTP servlet. Generic servlet. Look at now. Yes. Finish. Observe that service method only, right? I told you very clearly. So service method is a mandate to override it. So class is extending generic servlet, servlet request. Are you clear, ma? Please. Request. Then response. Are you clear? Or any questions, sir, please? Guys, are you clear? Or any questions?
Yes.
Service method. So in service method, yeah, see what exactly. Okay, first let me write it SOV statement, sir. Then I'll talk about when objects creating. You'll understand. ఇప్పుడు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తానండి ఇప్పుడు. So that now on next onwards, next example onwards, we can go for direct applications only. Right. So service, just I'm writing like service method. Okay. Now next, if you want, you can try to write init method, guys. No doubt about it. Public void init method. I'm writing like this. Solid config. Right. Good. Now I can try to write init method. It should know when exactly init method executing. After creating certain object only. No doubt about it. Init method. Right. Then what about next one? Destroy method. destroy, right? Destroy method. So public void destroy method. Lifecycle servlet. Init method, service method, and destroy method. Init method, service method, destroy method like this. Clear everyone? Good. So once you write a servlet, servlet should be configured in the web.xml. Where we can try to configure, sir? Configuration where we have to provide, please. Configuration details we can try to specify in web.xml. Now here's servlet name. Right, you can try to give any name. I'm giving like welcome. Servlet class. What is the class name we written, sir? What is the class name? Lifecycle.
Let life cycle servlets.
పేరు పెట్టామా గుర్తులేదు.
Life
Okay.
cycle servlet.
Yeah. Lifecycle servlet. Yeah. Now finish. అయిపోయింది. Next. Here servlet mapping. So to map this servlet, click add servlet name, welcome, URL pattern. Just I'm giving welcome, guys. Yes, that's it. Now here observe the source. So this is the way you can try to configure. So observation, please understand. See, servlet, cert name, cert class. What class? Class should be configured along with your package name. Class should be configured along with package name. Are you clear, please? Now, servlet mapping, welcome, and like this. Whenever client gives a request, the request first step, it comes to web.xml, sir. Whenever client gives a request, first step, it comes to web.xml URL pattern. Now URL matching, sir. Servlet name and servlet name. Yes, it matching. Then start executing lifecycle servlet. What is the first step? Which one execute now? In first step, object it will be created. After that, init method is going to be executed. Once init method execution is completed, then it executes service method. After that, it goes for destroy method. Are you clear? Let me show you then. Run it. Yeah, done. Right click on this. Run as, run on server. Next. I don't want any application is enough. Okay. Good. Running. See? Hello world. So now what is the URL, sir? What is the URL pattern? Welcome. Look at now. Welcome. The SOP statement we written, guys. Observe that. Init method executing, service method executing. Is it clear now? My discussion is right or not? Please. Are you clear, sir? Please.
Yes, sir.
Now, one more time, give the request. Yes, service method. If you give 10 times, the 10 times the service method only execute. Init method execute only one time. Now look at here. So let me show. Can you explain a bit more elaborately this one? Yes. Please. Once you write a servlet application, let's try to configure in web.xml servlet name, servlet class. Then to what are the request is coming to take that request and map the servlet. Then we have to write servlet mapping. Servlet mapping map the servlet, sir. Mapping a servlet.